in Laramie, Wyoming. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Wyoming's offense will have the football first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the misfire, now on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, going to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumbled that. Cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Quarterback keeper fighting off the defender. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So UNLV's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Taz Reddix, coming off a splendid performance, more than 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for room, it's Valentine.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running inside, it's Valentine. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's
touchdown Vegas. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Second down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Pace. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Cowboys. Come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Gonna run it. It's Hatcher. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Second down to the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's dropped.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these DNs are licking their chops. And you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. You just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on 3rd down.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. You always hear, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Out wide right, it's Jacobson. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Booster.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air, it's Royer. Throws it deep. Hits him inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back has it. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They're all over him. Caught. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 20. Yard line just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. He got it. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Makes the quick grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The give. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting it.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Takes it in. Touchdown, UNLV. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
There is nothing better than watching a big boy do what he was born to do. Ball on the turf, the big fella scoops it up, and Palmer, thank God he didn't have to go far.
You know what? The thing I love about this too, David, is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it back looking for help. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Line gets set, first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Setting up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Just keeps slinging it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback signaling to his guy. There he goes. The 40, at the 30, the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the run from inside his own. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Fielded in the end zone. It's Church. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Handoff again. Nowhere to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hits the hole. It's Valentine. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Valentine. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He's past the sticks. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Warrior. Looking for the end zone. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to power it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Rebels. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
From deep, it's Church. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and long coming up. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires complete on the crosser. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Caught behind the line. It's Hatcher. Oh, he's got some space. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The 20. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Rebels sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Valentine. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Bunch for these receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he missed it. No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Royer. Back's got it on the screen. Makes one man miss. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, they are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He's got enough. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Quick give. It's Hatcher. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Left side is Pace. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Cowboys come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking for space, it's Hatcher. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
False start off offense.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty. It's 2nd and 7. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Man, defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Wide open on the right. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. And baby in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. Locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Valentine. Pass to 6. Turning it on. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Coming out with it, it's Church. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Cowboys sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Rides to the back. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Keeps it himself. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll try it over the left side. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Back to pass, it's Royer. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make you got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
On the direct snap, it's Royer. Inside the 40. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Vegas.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Wyoming sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Under pressure. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
I like the aggressive nature by this. They've got the opponent backed up on the goal line. They're going to send the blitz, try to get an extra guy in on the pass rush, and they get home getting the safety.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Trying to take it back.
Your return is tackled down at the 31, and the UNLV offense will take.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down here on the UNLV sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride him again. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense. Using his legs, it's Valentine.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Straight ahead, it's Valentine. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their time, and you get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. jam him. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to go up top on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And if I'm this defense moving... Man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pace. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Drops back on first down. Got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20-yard gain.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll try to pound their way in. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Rebels sideline, they are so hyped up for their running back. This star has proven that he is somebody who should be in the national conversation. Another stellar performance today, and we're not even done yet. Over 200 yards rushing. His team has the lead, and he has been someone they can lean on and count on every possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Zings it complete to the right. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way. The offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Valentine. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to get...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. On the direct snap, it's Royer. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have... Past the marker on that route.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop it. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Right back to it. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Running inside, it's Hamilton. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well run him again. Sees some running room. Enough to move the chains. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Valentine. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On the direct snap, it's Valentine. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
This game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He's changing the play. It's inside. It's Valentine. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Give to the running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really...
All by himself down the middle. Inside the 40. The 20. He's at the top. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he capped that one off with some flair and some juice, a 72-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.